everybody. It's Heather from Cottontail Crafts. It's Thursday, July 10th, and I thought I would just jump on and show you what I got made so far this week. I made 11 small zipper pouches. The last time I did a market, I quickly realized that I have hardly any small zipper pouches left at all. I made 11. I think I have 7 panels left. And once these panels are gone, I will no longer be buying the 4x4 panels because these are way too hard to turn this size. Because I line them all with fabric. And the opening is like from here to here. And you have to turn this inside out. So, and after I made these, my hands killed me. I couldn't even crochet for a couple of days afterwards. So I will be sticking to these are 4x4. I will be sticking to the 5x7 and the 6x9s. So much easier to do. I will only be doing the small zippered pouches with the fabric because they're a lot easier to turn. So I made 5 with bees. People like this size because I charge $10. I don't think I could charge any more for these just because they're so small. People like the $10 price point. So then I made 2 with the dog themed. This one says dog mom. This one says a host is not a home without a dog. I think the only panels I have left are dog themed. And then I made 4 with these cute little cows. They are pretty cute. So in my last video, I had mentioned that Dave was going to build me a display for my plushies. There's my display right there. So I was playing around this morning. This is going to be so much easier to set up and tear down. I know I can't get as many plushies on this as I can my grids. But it's going to save me so much time. And because I can't pump out the crochet like I'm used to, a smaller display is going to be fine. I'm still going to have small bins on my table with like my $8, $10, and $12 items. And as stuff sells, I'll just replenish it, right? So I think I'm happy with that. But I won't know until my market this weekend. I'm in Sackville. Dave did say he was going to come help me set up. Warned me, no footage of him helping me. So I'm like, I can not film you. It's all good. And it's supposed to rain, but I paid because I don't want to not do it and then miss out on my spot, because they do have another crocheter. So they allowed me in on the dates that she didn't want to do. So it's very hard to get in there because they had so many applications. So for me to get picked, I'm very thankful. So I will do it in the rain. I'll have to because I do too well there to pass it up. So over the past couple of days, I wanted to make some more puffins. And this is from Mallory, and she is Saucy Puffins Crafts. And I pattern tested these for her, a while back. I did a few of these, and then she had a pelican as well. But I had none of these left in Perfect Chunky, and I charge $10 for these. $10 for Perfect Chunky, $12 for Michael's, and $15 if I do it in the Bernat. I haven't touched Bernat in weeks, and I don't plan on touching Bernat because I need to stick with the Perfect Chunky because my hands don't hurt as much when I use this yarn. So I made 3 more jigs. The Puffin, his name is Jigs. And I do want to make more, but I have to pace myself. So then yesterday morning, I made another bee. And then during my live, I made 2 more bees. And I did them in a different color of Perfect Chunky, so I can have different color choices for the people. I haven't made the bees in quite a while, but I sold 5 of them at my last Sackville market. There's 50 bucks. They're so quick and easy. So yeah. So that's what I've got made so far this week. I did do a pattern test, but I have to find out from Amanda. Her name is Amanda, and she's with Sphinx. I can never say it right. Sphinx Crochet. She put out a pattern test call on Instagram. So I got it made. I'm just going to check with her to make sure that I could show it this week, because we have to have all the pictures and have it done by the 13th of July. So let me just check something real quick here. Because my video goes up on Sunday, which is the 13th. So I don't know if she wants it shown before it's released. So I will check with her first before I show it, but if she says it's okay, then I will come back and show you this cute little critter that I did. I spanned it out over 3 days. Like one day I did the head, the next day I did the feet and half of the body, and then the other day I did the rest of the body and assembled it. It's stinking cute. I can't even tell you how cute it is, but I'm gonna check with her to make sure that I can put it up this Sunday. If not, it will be next Sunday. But I want to check with her before I show it to you all. So I don't work until 2, and right now it's 10:30. So I think I'm going to film the video that I was tagged in by Travel Crochet and get that up for you. And I've been putting it off because I've been not sounding the greatest. But every time I go to film it, I'm not sounding the greatest. And I don't see myself getting better anytime soon. So I'm just going to film it nasally and all. This is me. This is what you get. So I'm going to film that and get that up hopefully tomorrow. So I'm going to go film that, and then I'm going to fire up my embroidery machine and make some more zippered pouches in the fabric to give my hands a break from the vinyl. So I'll be back later with some more stuff. We'll talk to you soon. Hello everybody. It's Friday, July 11th. Yes. I didn't get that much more crocheted. I did one more puffin bird in the pom-pom yarn. So I can add that to my bin for my Sackville market tomorrow. So I had mentioned that I was in a pattern test, and it's for Amanda from Sphinx Crochet. And I went back through the Canva site, and she said that we could post our pictures to our stories and everything. We have to have our pictures done by the 13th. And the release day is on July 15th, noon Eastern. So I thought I would share my pattern test, and it's so cute. So it's a capybara. And it's a food bundle. So I picked that I wanted to do the strawberry. There's also a banana, and there's also a hamburger. And everybody's pictures in the group chat are just so flippin' adorable. So adorable. There's been like a lot of different yarns used, so some of them are really small. I use Perfect Chunky because with my wrist, that's kind of what I've been sticking with. So he actually turned out a good size, but I love him. He's adorable. Oh my gosh. He's too cute. Too cute. I used Perfect Chunky. I used a 4.5 millimeter hook, and I used 25 millimeter safety eyes. And I will throw up her picture of the tester call so you can see the other food capybaras to pick from. And she also released a while ago another bundle of the capybaras, and it's kind of like one was a caterpillar, one was a ladybug, and one was a bee. So I'll throw up another picture from her Instagram of that bundle. That bundle is already released. This one releases on the 15th. But I just thought it was so adorable. And I didn't even see her tester call on Instagram. I had been watching one of her YouTube videos, and she had mentioned the tester call. So I went back on Instagram and then applied to tests. So I got picked. So I was really excited. But I think he's so cute. And you could do this without the color changes. You could do just like a plain capybara too, which I think would be really cute. And she had thought about doing a stem, and then she decided that she wasn't going to. But I think I want to add a strawberry stem on the top of his head. So I actually crocheted that a couple of minutes ago. So I'm going to sew this on the top of his head, and then I will come back and show you that. But again, this is the pattern. I wanted to do the pattern test per her specs, but I think I'm going to add a stem. I think he'll be really cute with that on. So I'm going to add the stem, and then I'll be back to show you. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I got his stem sewed on to the top of his head, and I like it. I think it looks really cute. What do you think? I think it's adorable. Oh, I'm so nasally today. A little bit worse off today than I was yesterday, but I think he is magnificent. This pattern was really easy. It's no sew. No issues with it whatsoever. I would definitely make another one. Everybody's hamburger turned out really, really cute, so I might have to try a hamburger. The bee is really adorable. They're all cute. But I don't know, for some reason I was drawn to the the strawberry. Yeah, so I'm not sure what price point I'm gonna put on him. I'm thinking $35, and that's Canadian. I don't know, like I said, if my wrists were up to par, like, he was definitely not difficult at all. So I don't know that I'll get 40 for it. I kind of got a price, you know, for my area. So there's my little capybara. He's so cute. I love him. Thank you, Amanda, for letting me test. I went to add my picture in Canva on the tester page, and I don't know, I wasn't really happy with my picture, so I deleted it, and then I went to go back in to add another picture, and the whole page was gone. I deleted the whole page, and some people had already put their picture in the tester page, so I had to like go back to the group chat and like, I'm so sorry, I deleted the whole page. So I don't know if she'll let me ever test again or not, but it was kind of funny. Everybody got a chuckle over it anyway. But yes, very happy with my capybara. He did a great job. I've done her chubby critters in the past, like the elephant, chicken, rooster, and they've all sold well for me too. The panda bear. Every elephant I've made, I've sold. I really should make a few more of those chubby critters. I have a video on YouTube featuring them. I think it's like about a year ago. So yeah, I should revisit some of those patterns because they've done well for me. So here's my capybara. I love him. I do love the stem. I think if I make another one, I'll add a stem to that one as well. But yeah, good job, Amanda. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I hope to test again for you in the future. So, if you run over to her Etsy shop, I will link it in the description below. Like I said, the pattern doesn't go live until the 15th. But if you go over and buy her pattern, based on seeing it on my channel, just put a little note to seller that you found this pattern through watching me. Because I'd be curious to see if she gets some sales from this video. So yeah. So that's it. I do have a market tomorrow. Dave's going to help me come set up. It's no longer calling for rain, thank goodness. He's going to help me set up. And I should be okay to do the tear down by myself. I'll just have to take my time. So hopefully it will be a good day. I don't expect to do as well as I did last time, but you never know. But each market's different, so I can't go in thinking that I'm going to make as much as I did last time because I might not make as much. But yeah, it's a good location for me, so I'm excited about tomorrow. And I will tag this guy and take him with me, and I think he's going to sell tomorrow. I will be very surprised if he doesn't. So we're going to tag him and pack him up, and I'll let you know my market results tomorrow. Later. Hello everybody. What time is it? It is 8:53. So the market's going to start in a few minutes. Dave came and helped me with my tent and my table. So thank you, honey. I kept my table pretty simple today. And I did a 6-foot table and a 4-foot table. So I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you my display. there's my new display that Dave made. Did a pretty good job. Pretty good job. I might put a few more cats up on that top shelf. Look at my capybara. So adorable. I only put out a little bit of 3D printing. And I've had these forever, so I want to kind of get rid of them. So I'll probably just put $5 on those. I need to make a sign for that one. But that is it. I'll check in later. Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm about $120, so that's pretty good for an hour in. It's mostly 3D printing and small crocheted items. Bees, pickles, Myrtle the turtle. No embroidery yet, but we'll see. And the capybara is getting a lot of attention. So I will be surprised if it doesn't sell today, to be honest. All right, so that's it. I'll check back in a few minutes. So it's around 11:30. Doing pretty good. Not as good as last time I was here. I think that was kind of like, I don't know what that was. I've never made that much in 4 hours before. But it's steady. I'll do a total when I get home. Just had to take a lozenge because I was having a coughing fit. I don't want to scare the people away. But yeah, it's beautiful, sunshiny day. And there's no wind, which is nice. I don't like it when there's a lot of wind. So yeah, doing pretty good. We'll touch base later. Hello everybody. So it's 12:20. There's like 40 minutes left. I mean, I'm making sales. Not as good as the last time I was here. The last time I was here I had 21 of the $10 vouchers. I think I have 8 of them, so there's $80. So it's just not as busy as it was last time. And I have seen a few kids walking around with some crocheted items, so there's another crocheter here. So that's probably hurting me a little bit. But it's a beautiful day. I haven't totaled yet, but I think I'm doing pretty good. Selling a little bit of everything, so that's good. Finally sold a couple of zipper pouches. And I sold a notebook holder, so I think it's mostly 3D printing and crocheted items, but it's mostly like $8 to $15 crocheted items, so it's all small stuff. I think I sold one $20 dog from Ann Carryway Art, so that was nice. But yeah, I still got the capybara. I'm surprised. He's getting a lot of attention though, so I don't think I'll have him for long if I don't sell him today. But I'm not going to make another one until I sell him. So yeah, that's it. That's my update. I'm not looking forward to packing all this up on myself. But at least it's not hot. And it's a beautiful breeze. So I just got to take my time so I don't overheat. And I should be fine. So yeah, I'll do an update when I get home and give you my market breakdown. So we'll see you later. Okay everybody, it is 1:41. I'm back in my car. So 41 minutes to pack up all by myself. Not bad, not bad. Actually for me the hardest thing was getting my canopy back in my tent bag. But there's a Tim Hortons right across the street. I'm going for a large ice cap, and then once I get home and unpacked, I'm going to veg for a little bit, and then I'll do a market recap. It was a beautiful day. The sun is shining, not much wind. I'm a little warm now, but that's just because I was lugging all the crap to my car. So I got the AC cranked. I think it was a good day. Like I said, not as good as the last time I was here, but still a pretty good day, I think. So I'll be back with my recap of how much I made. So we'll talk to you soon. Hello, everybody. I'm back home from my market. So I had a pretty good day. It wasn't as good as the last time I was here. But there was another crocheter, so that probably hurt me a little bit. But I'm still really happy with my results today. So I kind of totaled up everything. So I'll go through what I sold. I sold $174 in 3D printing, and it was mostly fidget toys and dragons. Crocheted cats, and it was mostly those small kittens that I did last week. That was Pawsy's place. I just wrote down cat and then totaled it up. I did $108 in cats. It was mostly those little cats that I made last week or the week before. Could have been the week before. And then I sold one loaf cat for $18. So I did $108 in cats. I did 2 bees for $10 each for $20. I did one dog for $20, which was Andy Carraway art, and it was a corgi. I sold 4 Myrtle the Turtles for $15 for $60. I sold 1 notebook for $15, and it was the bee. 2 support pickles for $10 for $20. I sold 4 $10 birds for $40, and those are my mini birds in the Bernat blanket. I sold 1 snake for $15, and that is Saucy Puffin's Crafts, the itty bitty snake. I sold 3 $10 zippered bags, the ones that I just showed you earlier in this video, for $10 each for $30. I sold 1 poop bag dispenser for $15. I sold 4 $5 crocheted keychains for $5 each for $20. Those are the cotton keychains that I had in a bag. I just want them gone. Put them at $5. I sold 2 snap tabs for $10, and they were the How to Train Your Dragon. I sold 1 white and 1 black for $10, $5 each. And I sold 1 of Stacy's Sitting Birds, was a chicken, for $20. And then I added a $10 chicken that should have been added to my $10 bird, but she bought a small chicken and a larger chicken, so I just wrote it down on the same line. So my total was $577. Pretty good for a 4-hour market. My table fee was $30, and my square fees were $4.26. So after fees, I did $542.74. I did $343 in cash and $234 in square. So I did $174 in 3D printed. I did $333 in crochet, and I did $70 in embroidery. So that was my breakdown. So pretty happy. I did 8 vouchers versus the 21 I did at the last market. Beautiful day, no complaints. Dave helped me set up. Tear down was actually not horrible. Treated myself to a nice cap on the way home. kind of a bummer not having Miss Brenda with me. It's always so much more fun with her hanging with. Joking around. It was pretty serious today. Pretty chilled. I mean, it's chilled with Brenda too, but we have a good time. So next week I'm in Bedford with Miss Brenda. So that'll be nice, hanging out with her again. Capybara got lots of attention, but he's still with me. I think Brenda might be buying Capybara. I think her hubby seen a picture of it and is possibly wanting to purchase him. So I may have to make another one, but honestly, I need to make small cats, mini birds, and I need to make some more Myrtle the turtles. That's what I'm going to be concentrating on going forward, because that's what's selling, the small stuff. I mean, I sold one $20 chicken and one $20 dog. Everything else was cheaper. So yeah, I need to only do little stuff. Because if I go back and look at what I sold in New Brunswick last year, let's just go back. So I got my New Brunswick market here. So keychains I did $84. I'm just trying to scope what my best seller was. I did $135 in cat loaves. I'm not gonna have time to pump out the larger cat loaves, so I'm gonna work on small cats this week. I sold $100 in zippered bags. Oh, I sold $104 in Robin's axolotls, but I only have, like, I think it's August 4th is the New Brunswick market, and I have a market this weekend coming in Bedford, and then I have another Sackville market next week. So I have 2 markets before this market, and I'm keeping an eye on the weather because they're calling for 10 to 15 millimeters of rain for my next Sackville market. And if the weather doesn't change, I will probably not do it because I don't want my plushies getting wet. And I still have 2 Sackville markets in August. So if I have to back out of that one, I think I'm okay with it, because yeah, Heartland, New Brunswick is coming up. It's going to be here quick. And I just haven't been able to crochet at a pace to replenish everything. So the next 3 weeks, it's only going to be small stuff. Unless I apply for another pattern test. But other than that, just small critters. Yeah. Yeah. So that is it for that. I gotta log these 2 markets in my book. What I do is I just write my scribbles down on a notebook, and then I rip it out, and then I put it in this book. I rewrite it all neat. So I gotta do that later. So I gotta work on my video tonight. I'll schedule that for tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, no markets tomorrow. I had somebody wanting embroidered notebook tutorial, so I might work on that tomorrow. And then I gotta start crocheting some small stuff and only work on small stuff. Yeah. Okay, so that is it. That's it. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Bye.